Okay, hello. Just before this video gets started, I want to say sorry because I forgot to have the um screen fully on the screen, but I'm not sure why that's done that. And also, my camera, I don't have it on in this video. But yeah, I hope you still enjoy this video to all your capabilities. And if you do agree, leave a like and comment. Bye. Hello, hello, hello there, you wonderful lot. Um, Today I'm going to be, predicting probably the toughest league to predict. 25-26 Premier League table. I, luckily for me, it'll be in 9 months we look back on it. So I feel like most people would have forgotten about this video. And yeah, I'm just going to get an early mention of this out the way. Me and my brother do have a Twitch account, and it's bro0609. And if I remember, I'll put it in the description down below. So, let's get straight on to the predictions. But okay, let's reset. Okay, I don't know why most people forget that those two have finished so low, and yet this lot still have Champions League football, which is crazy. Okay, let's get back on topic. I'm going to go from bottom to top. Do I even need to say anything? Wolves, I feel bad for you, but at the same time, you're surviving in the Premier League. The toughest league to survive in. You're surviving it. And also, I have a shock for who's first. Watch the video to find out. Okay. In last place, I have it's obvious, isn't it? This lot will be happy, but I do feel sorry for Sunderland. Sunderland are quite I'm going to say legitimate team, but that just feels weird to say. I feel like Sunderland, yes, you've brought in that guy from RB Leipzig, is it? I don't even know. But you're still going to finish last, unfortunately, but you won't do that badly comparatively to last year. Okay, then in second to last, yep, Brentford. You've lost your manager. You've lost your two key players, like Mbremo and I can't even remember the other one's name, but still, they both performed amazingly, and they've both left to Man U, I think. So you've built up your rivals. Your manager's left. You've not replaced them. So I just think you're better off trying to fish than playing the Prem. I do feel bad, but it's all my opinion at the end of the day. And I do feel sorry, actually. Yeah, Burnley, you sold James Trafford, but you haven't replaced him just yet, as of the time of recording this. So, I just think that it'll be smart to replace him, but there's no other really good options for cheap on the market, apart from that one from Spurs. But unless he's stayed down at Leyton Orient, I don't know. But he scored 2 goals in the FA Cup last year. that one I'm talking about. He was on loan to Leyton Orient last year from Spurs. Anyway, I think Leeds will stay up, lower mid, like it'll just happen, normal, everyday type stuff. And then just behind them, how am I not meant to put Chelsea this low? I hate Chelsea, but that isn't just it. They haven't brought in a goalie. They said they're going to sign one of the best goalies in the world, and they was like, nah, let's not do that. Let's go in for, I can't even remember who now, but some kid from Brazil, I think. And it's like, bruh, are these guys stupid? Because to me, that just feels like a silly decision to make. Because me not hating on Chelsea or anything, but Sanchez isn't it. Same with Onana. Onana, as we saw, he's not it. Unless they play that other one, that I don't know what he's called, but he has a B in his name. Unless they play him, yeah, they're a bit scuppered, I think. Like, Chelsea, you're going to fail because, like, mostly your goalie and your defence are just not it, I don't think. And then I think I'm going to have Palace just above Chelsea. European football will slow the rest of their season down, I think. Like, it won't help them. But I do feel like Palace will do stuff like quite well in the transfer market and stuff. They'll be very good in that. Give me a second. And then in the mid-table, West Ham. I'm sorry, but you don't feel correct. Like, Jared Bowen can't keep saving your ass. I'm sorry, but it's true. Like, Jared Bowen is your only good player, in my opinion, West Ham. Like, I think if you signed one or two other midfielders, you'll probably have a much better chance of staying up. But the thing is, you haven't. Like, and then, Fulham. They've done, nothing, I swear, in the transfer market. And yes, it's just begun. Like, I'm recording this on the 4th of the 8th. So, yeah. There's still a chance they can sign people. But, me personally, I feel like Fulham need to do a lot more with their, squad. Yes, last year there was, a lot higher up, but yeah. Now I'm going to say Bournemouth here. Bournemouth. I think you'll do well, but not both of the high runners of the Prem last year. Both of you will just sort of miss. You'll shoot a burn arrow and miss just by mere meters first, but there'll be a 3-point gap in it. And then Everton, I'm saying, for Conference League. I know this is very weird, but they've got a new stadium. Their fans will be loving that, and all their fans will be in voice, and they'll be probably their first match will be at home. Will be watched by everyone, probably being how loud is it? How loud is it? So that's why I'm saying they'll finish in the Conference League. Plus, if they get a 5-point deduction, they could be down here. But that ain't happening, let's be honest with ourselves. I know this is a shock, but those two there, this just feels correct to me. Those two, like, sort of are both mid-table. Last season, there's both 17th and 15th, like Spurs and Man U. Like, I do feel bad for you, but let's be honest with ourselves. We're all laughing at Man U. Even if you are a Man U fan, you're like, we're terrible. Like, you just have to be laughing to yourself about how bad you are. Newcastle, you'll do the worst because no signings. You've struggled getting anyone through the door. Plus, Isaac wants to leave. I should swap Spurs and Newcastle. Screw it. Spurs and Newcastle are being swapped. Because I'm not trying to be mean, but Newcastle, you've got no one through the door. And if you have got anyone through the door, they aren't good. Let's be honest with ourselves. Like, you couldn't even get a new goalie in James Trafford. Like, James Trafford would have probably helped you survive, I think. So, that's one of the reasons I've got you this low, 6th. Like, it just doesn't feel right. And then, also, I want to hate on Aston Villa. I should have Aston Villa here, Everton here, Newcastle barely there. Yeah, screw it. Okay, that feels correct to me. And I have a personal vendetta against Aston Villa. So YouTube, stop serving me Aston Villa content, please. And then, Arsenal, you'll finish in your same place as the last 3 seasons. Liverpool and Man City, it comes down to, basically. Man City. Oh yeah, I still have Brighton. Brighton, surprise package. Keep one eye open up for Brighton, okay? Brighton, they're going to be, seagulls just flying through the sky. They will just go. And they kept Mitoma, and I think that was the correct decision and stuff. So, like, they're a young squad. Well, not young, but they're a young / aging squad. So they should be able to keep, like, up with Spurs and that lot. Me personally, I think that's how it will be. Man City, I'm sorry, but let's be honest with ourselves. You have got a bunch of young new players in. I think Pep said he wants to leave at the end of the season, so he might push for the Prem one last time. But Arsenal, in your normal position. Liverpool, you'll do it back to back. Because you have so many. You brought in almost the exact amount of, or a bit more than, you brought so many players in that I think you just have to have one eye open for them. Like, Liverpool will just, they've got Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong. I don't know why Eric Ten Hag is letting them go when I think he should be forcing them to stay. Not forcing them, but getting them to stay. Or selling them to his actual club, Man U. why is he letting them go to Liverpool? I get it if they're given the highest value. 190 or however much it was for Jeremy or for Florian Wirtz. Fair. 21 years old, did an invincible season, an invincible double. Like, that doesn't happen without the best squad possible. And Virgil has decided to stay, and Mo. It's just the way it's going to be, I think. And I think it'll be interesting seeing that derby. But me personally, I think this is how it'll finish. Liverpool first, Arsenal second, Man City third. You can probably swap Arsenal and Man City around, but I was like, let's let Arsenal stay in their normal position, because I'm generous like that, you know. And then Spurs, Brighton, Newcastle. As I say, Brighton are going to be the team to beat. I'm not even joking. We need to all keep an eye open for Brighton. Okay? And then Man U, Everton. Yeah, they'll both get Europa League. So, to me that feels safe. That isn't going to screw the rest of it up. I think Everton will be fairly good as well. Aston Villa 7th. Nottingham Forest 8th. Bournemouth 9th. Fulham 10th. West Ham 12th. Yeah. And then Crystal Palace. I think they're good in the lower mid tier. Chelsea, Leeds, yeah. Wolves. Actually, I'm going to swap Wolves and Leeds around, just because Wolves have been doing this for a while and stuff. And then Burnley in 18th, just barely getting relegated. Brentford, yeah, fair. No, they've got an Irish manager, and that isn't the only reason they're getting relegated. Plus, they lost a lot of players, and it's going to be hard to get those types of players back. And then Sunderland in last. But yeah, as I say, if you want to, so this is how I think the Prem table will go. No, I'll just see how I do in the actual time in 9 months, or however long it is. Probably 9 months. So I think this is going to be exactly how it ends. Okay. If you've enjoyed this video and you agree with me, leave a like, please. It'll help me out a lot. And then also, if you want to subscribe, feel free. I'll welcome you in more than happily. And then also, if you want to, go and check out my Twitch with my brother. It's hopefully going to be in the description, but if not, it's bro0609, and that's on Twitch. So yeah, feel free to check that out. But peace, and hope you have a good day.